Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my recommendations for the Sephora sale coming up and also sharing what is on my wish list. So hopefully you guys can help me decide maybe what I should or should not try out. But I wanted to do it kind of all in one video and not spread it out a ton. I know there's so much content coming out right now about the Sephora sale, and I don't want to bombard you with things about the sale because it's just a sale. I just want to say that it's one sale, and is it fun? Absolutely. Do I love to shop it? Absolutely. But do you have to go out and spend all this money? No, you don't. So don't let anyone pressure you. But at the same time, I did want to share the things that I love and the things that you guys see me use regularly and that I would definitely consider picking up if I was wanting to shop. If you are new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe to my channel, and let's go ahead and get into the video. We'll start out with my recommendations, and then I'll share my wish list items at the end. So let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. A lot of these things will not be a surprise if you watch my videos a lot. I really tried to be very, very ruthless when I picked out these products. So everything I'm going to share with you are tried true favorites, or even if they're not a super old product, it's something that I genuinely love and I think it's worth spending the money on. Just want to get that out there. But the first thing is actually what I have on as my base today. I've mentioned this so many times. I wear this product so much. It's got to be one of my most worn Complexion products, and it is from NARS, and it's not the foundation, although I do love that, but it's the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This, I don't even know what to say about this other than there is no other concealer that I have personally tried like this. And don't let the word matte scare you, because when I first saw this, I remember I kind of hesitated to try it for a while because I'm not typically a matte skin kind of person. But this, you guys, is the silkiest, creamiest formula. It does not crease. I'm not kidding. I have this under my eyes today and on my face. I don't have foundation on. I just have this on. And you can see how much I have left, and I use this thing all the time. But something about the formula on this is just silky and smooth. This is something I will 100% never be without, ever. As soon as I run out of this, I will repurchase it. In fact, I even thought about buying a darker shade for like a bronzer or something because I love the formula that much. It's beautiful, and today I have it on top of the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. That's like my go-to duo. When I wear this, I always pair it with this underneath, and I don't know if it's the matte with the glow underneath that is like the magic combo. I don't know, but it is fantastic. So good. I love that you can use this on your face. You can use it under your eyes. Even though it's matte, you can use it under your eyes, and you can spot conceal. Like right now, I have a few little blemishes. You honestly can't really see them because this covers them, and it's matte, so you don't have to worry about it accentuating anything. It's just, this is just a multi-purpose, fantastic product. So this, 10 out of 10. If I could give it higher than 10 stars, I would. And it would not be a Blair video if I didn't recommend a corrector for under your eyes. You guys know I always use my color corrector, and this was an easy choice for me. The new Bobbi Brown stick corrector. If you haven't tried this, you need to. And really, I'm saying either of the Bobbi Brown correctors because I have them both. I love them both. I'll tell you the difference in my opinion. This one, the new stick formula, is not quite as full coverage as this, and the formula is a little bit thinner, a little more silky smooth, I would say. So if you want a more minimal type look, I would go with the stick. But if you want something to really camouflage the darkness under your eyes and you want it for light or full coverage days, I would probably go with the original, which is in the compact. But honestly, I've been reaching for this one a ton, and I love this one still to this day, one of my favorite things. But like today I have this on, and then I have my NARS soft matte on top, and I barely have any of the soft matte, to be honest, under my eyes because this does such a good job of correcting my blue purple discoloration. Another thing I wanted to say is they also come in tons of shades depending on what color under your eyes you're trying to correct, which I love. That's not always the case with under eye correctors. Sometimes they just give you a few shades, whereas with these you get multiple shades depending on your skin tone and your discoloration under your eyes. Just so you know, if you're not familiar, Bisque shades in Bobbi Brown, like I wear the shade Bisque in both of these. Bisque shades help with blue purple discoloration and red as well, and then the peach shades are more for brown, green, or grayish tones under your eyes, if that helps you with the shade at all. But I can't say enough good things about these. They are a forever holy grail for me. All right, the next thing I almost didn't include in this video because it's out of stock right now on Sephora, and I don't know if it's going to be restocked before the sale. This product is always out of stock, and I truly don't, I hate to put it in the video, but I have to because I love it. I have it on today, and it's from Charlotte Tilbury. It is the Hollywood Contour Wand. So this is the shade Fair Medium, but then it does come in a medium dark shade as well. I've never tried the medium dark, but when I tell you this is the easiest contour product to blend out, I am not kidding. It just blends so seamlessly. I mean, honestly, I feel like you would have to try to screw this up. You just can't. You just cannot do it. I literally just tap 2 dots on, or like slightly under my cheekbones. I just took my same brush I used for the soft matte concealer on my face today, which was the Smashbox Blurring Foundation, and I tapped it in. That's it. I have that on my forehead. I have that on the sides of my nose. I put a little bit under my lip. I put a little on my jawline. It is just the prettiest contour. And it is a little on the cooler tone side, but to me it's not too cool toned. I don't like something super gray on myself. I still like it to be a little more of a neutral color, not so gray, even if it's a contour, and that's what this is. The only thing I would change about it is I don't love the packaging. I mean, I do think this is nice for this type of product and like dotting it on. I think it's nice, but it does make a little bit of a mess, and you don't get a lot of product in here, but I do think it's worth it. I have used this a ton and I still have mine. I don't use it as much as I'd like because I love it that much, and it's always out of stock and I don't want it to run out, but it is a beautiful product. If you feel scared of cream bronzer, cream contour, I'm telling you, you can't screw this up. You really can't. It is so good and so pretty. Next, of course, this probably won't come as a surprise either if you watch my videos, but it's the blush that I have on, and I'm betting some of you probably already know which blush it is that I have on that I'm going to mention. There's a few that I talk about a lot, but if you think you know, comment below and tell me which blush you think it is. But I can't not mention this because this is, it's just everything. It's just everything to me, and it's the Patrick Ta Blush Duos. I'm not going to say I'm obsessed with these, but you guys. We have one here. That's Oh She's Different. We have She's Blushing, which is one of the newer shades. we have She's So LA, which is the bronze shade. And I also have the blush palette from the holidays this last year. I didn't bring it over here, but that's how much I love these, you guys. Like, the obsession is real, and I have not gotten any of these. I haven't gotten any of this stuff in PR, just FYI. I bought it all myself. So when I tell you it's worth the money, I actually spent my money on it. But my favorite blush of all time, I got it. I mean, it has to be this. It just has to be the color, the formula. I love that you get the powder and the cream. Today I put the powder on first, and then I topped it with a little bit of the cream. I'm telling you guys, this is the most gorgeous blush formula, this color, and this is She's That Girl, if I didn't say that, but so that's it there. I mean, the color is fantastic. I love all of the colors, but if I had to pick like my absolute favorite, it would be She's That Girl. That's what I have on today, like I said, and I've been talking about these forever, but I knew I had to put it in this video. I had a few other blushes that I was thinking about putting in here because I have quite a few blushes from Sephora that I love, but I just had to put She's That Girl. It's so good. Next, we have a powder, and again, this may not be a surprise, but my favorite powder right now, yes, my absolute favorite, and I have a bunch, I've accumulated a bunch of setting powders. I mean, I have a lot of them, even though I'm not typically a huge powder person, but my favorite and the one I reach for consistently is the Kosas Cloud Set. This is one you're probably gonna see in tons and tons and tons of recommendations videos, and for good reason, because it is beautiful. It is a gorgeous powder. It truly blurs. It doesn't look like powder. It leaves a little bit of the sheen or the glow on your face, but it does still mattify slightly. Like I have that today on the sides of my nose. I have a little bit in the center of my forehead, my chin, and then a little bit under my blush and bronzer. And I actually have a little bit of it in my inner corner under my eye as well. I didn't use a ton there because honestly, that soft matte concealer, you really, in my opinion, don't need to put powder over it, but I did it just for the video. But this is so good. This is a gorgeous powder. I wear the shade Breezy. I'm assuming this is a lot of the shades of this are probably gonna sell out or go out of stock on Sephora because they're typically, a lot of them are out of stock when I go on there and look. So if you want this and you find it in your shade, I would suggest snagging it up because I feel like this is gonna be a popular product, but it is so good. I do not like anything that looks heavy or powdery or thick on my face, and I have it on today. You can see I don't think my face looks that way at all. I still have my glow, but I did mattify just a little bit in mainly my T-zone area, and I do feel like this powder really lays nicely right here, which is really the only place on my face where I have pores that I ever really notice, is right here on both sides, and this powder just lays beautifully. I love it, and I'm shocked I haven't hit pan on this. I can tell if you watch my Project Pan videos. This is in my Project Pan. Still no pan, but we are definitely getting close, but definitely my pick for a powder. All right, let's move on to eyes now. So the next three things are eye products, and these were honestly pretty easy picks for me too. I feel like when I plan these videos out, I normally know the products initially. If I start thinking about it too much and second guessing it, then I'll start thinking, well, maybe this, maybe that, but these are the things that really stood out. There was only one eyeshadow palette that instantly in my mind I was like, that's it, that's the one that's got to be in there, and again, it's the Patrick Top palette, you guys. That's what I have on my eyes today. I just did something really, really basic. In fact, this is really the look that I do 9 times out of 10 with this palette when I use it. So I use this shade, which is the transition shade. I use that in my crease. I then take a little bit of this pinkier brown and add that to my outer corner. And then I take this gorgeous shimmery, it's a matte, it looks like a matte shadow, but it actually has some shimmer in it, but it's this really pretty off-white color. And I have that on my lid and a little bit under my brow bone. And that's it. But I love every single color in here. I love these glitter toppers. I didn't use them today, but I do love them. And then I also love these cream shadows down here. You get a lighter brown and a darker brown. The darker brown is really nice if you want to use it for eyeliner. I love to do that. This is still it, you guys. I know I've mentioned this palette so many times in videos, but it's because it really is my favorite. It truly is. I think anybody would love this. If you like my makeup style, neutral, kind of simple, yet kind of glam at times, you can't do better than this palette, in my opinion. I love it so much. Definitely recommend it. Next is my eyeliner that I use all the time. It's what I use almost always to do this little like baby soft wing that I love, and I do it in a lot of my videos. And it's the Charlotte Tilbury eye powder pencil. I love this thing. I don't hear anyone talk about this ever. I'm not sure why. Obviously you could do this with an eyeshadow if you want. I just love that it's in a pencil form, but it looks like eyeshadow. And I have the brown one, but it does come in black. And it's just the prettiest soft brown eyeliner. It is my go-to. You see me use it all the time if you watch my videos, and mine is getting pretty small now. I've actually thought about buying this in the black too, just to have it, because I love this so much. But this is just my go-to eyeliner always. If I was just gonna pick one forever, it would be that one. And yeah, no one ever gives that one any love. I don't know why, but I personally really like it. And then today what I did was I kind of started doing my wing with the pencil, and then I took a small little angled brush and got a little more of the pencil on the brush and kind of used it to sharpen up the edge of the wing. But it's just easy to use, it's not intimidating, and it's really soft looking, which is what I love. So I definitely had to include that in my recommendations. And I had to mention one mascara that I tried a few months ago, and this is the same tube that I've had this whole time, and I used it today. It's the one that has made the biggest impression on me in terms of a high-end mascara, and it is the Rare Beauty mascara. This is just the little mini one. I got this back during Christmas time. I got it in their set, like one of their little holiday sets, and I'm still using it. It definitely needs to be thrown away. It's getting a little dry. I can definitely tell it's time to get a new one, but I used it today. And if you want lashes that stand out and look very voluminous and just make your lashes look thicker and just almost make your lash line look thicker, you would probably really like this mascara. The one thing I will say is it is a little difficult to get off at night because it's a pretty thick formula, which is, it makes sense. That's what gives your lashes that really defined look, but it is a little bit difficult to take off. So I don't wear this on like no makeup days, but when I actually do my makeup like I did today, this is so good, and one of few high-end mascaras I've tried in a long time that I want to repurchase. So this would definitely be my pick for mascaras. I definitely have a few on my wish list that I kind of want to try, but I also kind of want to buy another of the Rare Beauty because I love it so much. But so good. The only thing I do wish is that they would make it in brown. Rare Beauty, if you are listening, please make that mascara in brown or even brown black, because I love brown and brown black mascaras for more of a natural everyday kind of look, but so good. I love it so much. All right, I have 2 lip products picked out, and I really want to tell you to buy one and not both of them, but I picked them both out. They were both on my list, and I tried to keep this down to 10 products, but we're just gonna have to mention both of these things because they are just standout lip products for me. And the first one is the new Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow. I think they're Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum is what they're called. I have 3 of them. The one I have on today is in Bare Glow, and it is, I mean, I don't know what it is about these, but I just love them. I love how they feel on my lips. I love the colors. So that is, right there, is Bare Glow. It's just a really light pinky nude. These have a little bit of shimmer, but not much, just like a tiny, tiny bit. And they do give you that plumping feeling if you like that. But it's not so intense that it stings or burns or anything like that. But it is more of a glossy kind of look. So if you like more of a satin or a matte lip, you won't like these. But if you like a glossy, hydrated lip with some color, you will love these. I have this one. I have Bronze Glow, which is in my purse. And then I also have this one, which is beautiful too. This is Apricot Glow. And this one is just a little more peachy. But for the summertime, that one is going to be so pretty too. I love them all. Honestly, I would really love to have every single shade because I love them that much. And these are just ones I'm consistently reaching for. So I had to mention these. I know they were out of stock for a while. I think they're back last time I checked on Sephora, but I love them. And then the other lip product is my favorite lip gloss ever of all the lip glosses, and I have a bunch of them. I have tons of lip gloss. Probably one of the things I have the most of in my makeup collection, but my favorite are the Dior Maximizers. They're just the perfect gloss. They're not sticky. They're shiny. They plump your lips, but they don't hurt. 10 out of 10. I love them all so much. I have 3 of them. The one that I wear the most is definitely the 001 in the pinky color. That's what I have on top of Bare Glow today, even though I really didn't need it, but I wanted to put it on for the video. This one is just my favorite gloss. I love it so much, but I also have the, let's see, Nude Shimmer. So this one is kind of more of a brownie nude color with a little bit of sparkle to it. And then my newest one is actually this, and this is so pretty, so good. If you want to wear red, but you don't want to do like a really intense matte lipstick, that's a bit too much for you, but you want a little bit of that red tone. This is really, really pretty. And it's just not as intimidating, if you know what I mean. So that is it right there. And then on the lips, honestly, it just looks like a really pretty sheer cherry color. It's really, really beautiful. To me, these are way better than the lip oils. I know those have been going viral, and I have one of those, but it does not compare to these, in my opinion. All right, you guys, the last thing on my list is a setting spray, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. You can see how much of this I've used, and that is not like me. Until like a few months ago, I used setting spray, but it wasn't something I religiously did every time I did my makeup until we were in Florida a few months ago now, and I took this with me and I used this every single day and quickly realized how good this is at helping your makeup last. So if you have an issue with makeup fading throughout the day, maybe you have oily skin or you just notice that some of your products don't want to stay very well all day long, I would definitely recommend this one. I fell madly in love with this when we were in Florida, and that's when I used so much of it and ended up leaving it out here on my vanity. And this is just the one that I go to all the time. I think this also comes in a little mini size that's like half this size, but it's still a good bit of product. So if you want to try it out, you could always get the mini one. But this is definitely hands down my most used setting spray for longevity purposes. All right, now we're gonna move on to the things that I have my eyes on. So hopefully you guys can give me your opinion about maybe if you've tried any of these things. You can let me know what you think, or if there's something you really want to see me use in a video, you can let me know. So I have a few things written down here. The first thing is foundation, and there's two of them that are on my list, and one of them you've probably seen tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff about. It's the new Makeup Forever HD Undetectable Foundation. I really wanted to buy this when it came out, but there was just so many new foundations coming out at once. We had the new NARS, the new Kosas foundation, the new Charlotte Tilbury foundation, and there's more than that that I haven't even tried, but I kind of wanted to slow down with the foundation trying just a little bit, and I did fall really in love with the new NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. But the Makeup Forever, I just keep seeing it everywhere. I keep seeing really great things about it. That one is definitely on my list, and I do really like Makeup Forever, the Reboot Foundation. That one's one of my favorites actually in my collection. That's a really pretty one. I'm thinking this may be kind of similar to that, but with a little more coverage, maybe a little less glowy. So I really have my eye on that one. But then I also have my eye on I think it's the Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Foundation. That's been on my list for a long time. It's been in and out of my Sephora cart on the app for a long time, and I feel like I just always end up eliminating it for some reason, and I've never actually ordered it. I've actually never tried anything from Shiseido before, but I always hear really good things about the Synchro Skin line, the foundations and the concealer. And I think it was Jessica Braun, I want to say. I was watching one of her videos a few months ago, and she tried the Radiant Synchro Skin from Shiseido, and she said it was the best foundation she ever used. So that really piqued my interest because I typically like the same type of complexion products as her, and I just haven't seen a bad thing about it. It is kind of expensive, I guess. I think it's like $50 for the bottle, and it also kind of makes me nervous because I can't see the shades in person. I don't think any Sephoras have Shiseido in the store. You have to order it. So I would kind of have to guess. And a bunch of times actually, I've been on the app looking at the shades, and a lot of the shades are always out of stock. So I'm assuming that means it's a really good foundation. It's really popular. So those are the two foundations I have on my mind. I don't know. We'll see. I may not even end up getting any foundations, to be honest, because I really just don't need any right now. I mean, I never need them, but I really don't right now. So let me know what you think in the comments. All right, I'm going to kind of move myself over so I have enough room to put a picture of these products right here. Next, we have two concealers that I have my eye on, and you may know which ones they are, but concealer is I just can't resist a new concealer. I love them. One of my favorite makeup products to try out for sure. And the Dior Backstage concealer is really pulling me in. Number one, because I love Dior. I pretty much love everything I've ever tried from Dior. Now that I say that, I have a lot of Dior makeup, and it's just one of my favorite luxury brands. I love packaging, and I just think they make really great products, particularly the Backstage line. I love the Backstage foundation, which makes me think I would probably love the concealer. I love the powder from that collection. I love the contour palette. I love the highlighter palette. I love the eyeshadow palettes from that collection, the little 9-pan palettes. What else do I feel like I have almost everything from the Backstage collection, and I just love it. So part of me really wants to try that. I actually haven't even seen or watched anybody review it. It's just been in my cart since it came out. And again, I really don't need another concealer, but I don't know that I'm going to make it through the sale without trying a new concealer, because that's just my favorite thing to do. The second concealer actually came out today, like right as I was starting to film this video. I saw that it was available, and it's the new Lawless Seal the Deal. Is that right? Seal the Deal. I think that's right. Full coverage concealer. It came out today. I actually never tried the Conceal the Deal foundation that came out a few months ago. I always wanted to, but I never ended up getting it. But I really like Lawless, the brand. I love their lipsticks. I like their lip glosses. I really want to try more from them. And I don't know, I always hear good things about the Conceal the Deal foundation. So I'm really tempted by this too, but I really don't need the Dior and the Lawless. I'm thinking the Dior concealer would be more of a light medium coverage, and the Lawless, they say, is a full coverage. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, but those are both really, really tempting me. Next, I have 2 blushes that are on my wish list, although I feel like I constantly buy blushes. I really don't need to buy any new blushes for quite a while, but the 2 that I have my eye on are, one is the Sephora collection powder blushes, the one that has been going crazy on TikTok, of course, because of Makeup by Ariel. He used, I think the shade was called Flirted Up, maybe, but it's supposed to be a really bright, kind of an intense pink color. And I've actually never tried any Sephora collection blushes or bronzers. So I'm kind of wanting to try those, and the Sephora collection will be 30% off during the sale, which is a really good time to try out anything you've had your eye on. If you want any brushes, now is a good time to buy their brushes as well. But yeah, the powder blush in Flirted Up is on my list, as well as the Huda Beauty Cheeky Tint blushes. You guys, I was in Sephora about a week ago just browsing around as I do sometimes, and I walked by these Huda Beauty blushes. I hadn't really seen anything about them or looked at swatches or anything like that, but I walked by this blush and I swatched it and I loved it so much I immediately purchased it. Immediately, and now I want one of the other colors. But this is the shade Power Pink, and I made a whole reel on this on Instagram, actually. That is it right there. It actually kind of reminds me of She's That Girl from Patrick Ta, but the Huda Beauty one is a little more cool toned. It's a true cool toned bubblegum pink, kind of like the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blush, if you're familiar with that one. But this one almost has like an iridescent look to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera. I have so many swatches on my hand. But this is such a pretty cream blush. It's very buildable, very sheer, but it lasts. I've been wearing this since I got it, seriously, and I love this. They have, I think there's 5 shades. There's a peachy one, more of a berry one, more of a reddish one, and then I think there's more of a darker kind of terracotta nude color. But now I really want another one of these. So if you're wanting a cream blush, I do recommend this color in particular if you like pink. And now I kind of want another shade. But those are the blushes that I kind of have my eye on. All right, next we have a few lip products, but honestly, I'm probably not gonna, I hate to even say it because then I'll feel bad if I end up buying one of these things, but I'm probably not going to buy any lip products just because I feel like lately it's been Complexion, like foundation and blushes and lip products, lip plumpers, lip glosses, and that's my favorite kind of lip product. So I really don't need anything else, but the one lip liner I have on here is the Pat McGrath Permagel lip liner in the shade Contour. That's been on my wish list for a long time, and that specific shade Contour is always out of stock. I have the shade Structure, which is kind of similar. It's a little more pinky, not so brown. Not as much of a contour color as Contour is, but it's very pretty. And then I also have, what is it called? Done Undone, I think is the name of it. And that's more of a pink, like a light pinky nude lip liner. I really love those, but I did see the contour color is currently in stock on Sephora. So that definitely has me intrigued, but the other part of me is like, Blair, how many lip liners do you own that probably look very similar to Contour from Pat McGrath? So let me know if you have that one and if you like it, because I don't need it, but it is on my list. And also, okay, this I really don't need. I really don't need, but of course I put it on here, and it's the new NARS Orgasm Lip Mask. Have you guys seen that? I think it actually just came out yesterday. I want to say I get those notifications on my phone from Sephora that say when new things release, I guess because I'm rouge, I don't know. They say like first access, you get to access products a day or two early, and that was one of them. And it's just a lip mask in that peachy, pinky orgasm kind of color, but I have so many lip masks, you guys, that I really don't need. I'm gonna eliminate that. In fact, I'm gonna cross it off the list, like actually with a pen, because I can tell you right now I don't need that. But I do love lip masks, lip products like that. Tell me in the comments I don't need it, but I'm making it official and crossing it off. Crossing it off my list. And then the other thing that I keep seeing that has definitely intrigued me are these new Givenchy, let's see, Rose Perfecto liquid balm. So they have a doe foot applicator, supposed to feel like a lip balm, but go on kind of like a lip gloss. Kind of reminds me of the new L'Oreal Glow Paradise Gloss and Balm products that I've showed you a few times. I have one of those and I love it. But now Givenchy, I'm probably saying that wrong, has a bunch of new lip balms, liquid lip balms like that. And the colors look really pretty. Seen a few people on TikTok using them, but again, do I really need them? No. And it's Givenchy, so it's very expensive for one little lip balm. So I probably won't end up buying that either, but they have kind of piqued my interest. I only have one eyeshadow palette, well, I guess two that are kind of on my list. And the first one is the new NARS Summer Unrated palette. And I think this just came out. I think it's limited edition. I don't know why, but it seems like NARS only comes out with limited edition eyeshadow palettes. I don't know why that is, but I have never tried eyeshadow from NARS, and that's one of my favorite high-end brands. I just love a lot of NARS products. So I kind of want to try that, and that palette looked really good and neutral and just like something that I would actually use and wear, but I'm not familiar with the NARS eyeshadow formula. So let me know if you've tried or if you have any NARS eyeshadows and you like them. Let me know. The palette is like $60 though. I just don't know. I don't know if I need it. I feel like it might be one of those things, if I see it in person in the store, I might be more tempted. If I don't and it's online only, I might be able to resist it. Is anyone else like that? I'm definitely like that with makeup. There are certain things that I can resist easier if I don't see it in person and I only see it online. But then there are other things where it doesn't really matter. As soon as I see it online, I want it and I order it. But I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm more tempted when I actually physically see it like in front of me. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that palette is on my list. And then the Urban Decay Wild Greens palette, that one has been on my list since it came out, really. I just don't know how much I would use it. That's kind of been my reasoning behind not getting it. I've looked at it several times at Ulta when I've been in there recently, and I feel like that's a palette I would only pull out and use here and there. Like I would have to be in the mood to have like a green kind of eye look, but then on the other hand, I love green shadows because I have green eyes. I really like those tones on hazel green eyes, so I don't know. Again, let me know what you think, but those are really the only two palettes that are tempting me. All right, and then the last thing on my list is actually a hair product, and it's by the brand JVN. I think it's a fairly new hair care brand to Sephora, but they have a product called I think it's the Air Dry Creme, and I was in a Sephora a few weeks ago, probably a month or so ago, and they had it on an end cap, and it smelled so good. Number one, it kind of reminded me of the Biolage hair products that I love so much, but basically this is a cream that they say you can use when you get out of the shower as your only product on your hair, and it's supposed to be great if you want to let your hair air dry. It's supposed to help with frizz, help with shine, just you know, help protect your hair if you do expose it to heat. It's just supposed to be like an all-in-one kind of product, and I usually like to let my hair air dry like 80-90% when I wash it before I use my hair dryer brush from Amika on it. But I would love to have a product that I could put in my hair and just let my hair dry 100% and not touch it, and my hair look good, because typically if I don't touch my hair at all, I have, you probably can't tell on camera, but I have a lot of like frizzies that pop up. My hair tends to get very frizzy, especially if I don't style it at all after I wash it. So I would love to have a product like that, but then part of me is like, I kind of don't believe that my hair is going to look any different with it, but the reviews on it are really good. I don't know. If you've tried JVN hair, let me know in the comments. There's also that K18 hair mask that everyone has been talking about that's also supposed to be really good. So I was kind of thinking about that also, but I don't know. Something about that air dry cream is really intriguing me, but I also don't really need any hair products. I have to be better about that. I'm that person that will buy multiple hair products, not even so much shampoo and conditioner, but like leave-in conditioners, heat protectants, blow dry creams, all that kind of stuff. And then I have so much that I feel like I can't even use it all up. So I really don't need it, but I'm very tempted by the air dry cream. All right, you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my Sephora sale recommendations and the things that are on my wish list. I would love to know what you are tempted by or what you're thinking of picking up in the sale. I love to see and hear about what other people are wanting or interested in. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I did want to say again, please don't be tempted by the sale. I know it is so hard sometimes with social media when everyone is posting their hauls and their recommendations and all of those things. I know it influences me too. I'm the same exact way. So I want to just put that out there that if you're not shopping the sale, there will always be another sale. It's not the one and only time to get something for yourself from Sephora. So I just want to put that out there because I think it's important. But I did want to share what is on my list and the things that I love, in case you were wondering. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and go follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. I will see you guys next time for another video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.